Hello children. Today you are going to listen to a wonderful story about rain, snow, sleet and hail. So tell me children, do you ever wonder about all these? Yes? So today we have Professor Moisture with us who will tell us about all these. So let's meet Professor Moisture. Hi, I am Professor Moisture and I will be telling you about water. You can call it rain, you can call it snow, you can call it sleet, you can call it hail. But you know what? It's water all the same. Did you ever wonder how old water is or where it comes from? The answers may surprise you. The next time you see a pond or even a glass of water, think about how old that water might be. Do you really want to know? I thought you did. Tell me children, did you brush your teeth this morning? Well, some of the water that you used could have fallen from the sky yesterday, or a week, or a month ago. It's pretty new. But some part of that water is very old and was around during the time of dinosaurs or even longer. Or maybe it's a little newer, like from the time of pharaohs were building the pyramids. You see, there is only a limited amount of water and it's get recycled. Yep, it keeps going round and round. We call it water cycle. Yes kids, do you have a question? No, it's not like a jet ski or a bicycle for water. It is nothing you can ride. So, it is how water keeps going round and round. Okay, let me explain. First, I would like to say that water is very important. Imagine an empty lake. The fish would be very unhappy, right? Or imagine an empty ocean. Your day at the beach would be like going to a desert. Would you like a day like that? No. You know children, 80% of our body is made up of water. And since you are mostly made up of water, let's just say you would be a lot lighter. Let's learn about the water cycle. The water cycle has 4 parts: evaporation, condensation, precipitation and collection. collection. When the water in an ocean, a lake, a pond, a river or a stream is heated up by the sun, it turns into vapor or steam. It then floats into the air. Of course, when you are out on a hot day or you exercise, you sweat a lot. Well, guess what? That evaporates too. What about those drops of dews on leaves or the grass? Yes, they too evaporate and become a part of water cycle. Precipitation. When the air in the clouds cannot hold any more liquid, it falls back to the ground. Evaporated water forms clouds. And you know what? This water returns back to the Earth's surface in different ways. Depending on the temperature where it comes down, it can fall as rain. It can fall as snow. Did you know that? No two snowflakes are the same. It can return as sleet, which is like rain that has almost frozen. Or it can come as hail, those frozen balls of rain that can actually break the windows and dent cars. Collection. No matter how it comes down, it is collected and stored. It can fall into the ocean, lake, pond, river or stream. If it lands on the ground, it may roll into a river or be sucked up by the soil. It may even pass through the ground to an underground lake or river to be used later. Now, what happens tomorrow when the sun comes out? That's right, the water cycle starts once all over again. Oops, the sun is out. But don't worry kids, Professor Moisture will return. After all, I am a part of water cycle. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection. I hope you all are now aware about different forms of water and you enjoyed the story. Thank you.